Okay, so happy Sunday, guys. I believe, this is almost the last Sunday, second last. There's one more Sunday in this month, and yeah, it has been a a month filled with mixed emotions in terms of results. Um, Normally, you see me put out the graphics saying how many pips we've done. I'm open and honest and transparent, and I would say that I think for the first week of March, we kind of like broke even on our trades in the pit room, which is not such a bad thing when you've been delivering over 3,000 pips a month, January and February. You're likely to have an off day or off week, right? But we don't hide that away from you. So there hasn't been a lot to shout about, to be honest, in the pit room. But we are back to our best now. And last week we did over I think over 500 pips. I'll just show you in 1 second. I'll just share my screen. Um, but yeah, so you can see my screen here, because we only put out results that we've actually achieved. Um, and we keep it positive. So those weeks that you may not have heard anything is that we broke even, or there wasn't really much to shout about. At the end of the day, all of our members are taught proper risk management. You can't expect to have a blazing trading day. In fact, I don't even think you should be trading every day. I think you should have maybe not trade Sundays, or have that as part of your trading plan. We talk about our trading plan, guys, and this is why we have this markup session as well. We're back to our best now, and you'll see us banging out these pips this week and going forward as well. And if you're not already part of the pip room, guys, I urge you to join. The link is here. You can check it out for the results. We're absolutely amazing results. Follow us on Instagram as well. You can go on to @the_pip_room. You'll follow, that's where we place some of the markups, if not all of the markups, and Zane's going to cover and tell you all about that as well. But one of the reasons that we have the markup session, guys, is that it forms part of your trading plan. When are you actually reviewing? When are you actually planning your week of trades? We're all busy people. We're not sitting at the charts 24 hours. We want to know, set alerts for when price is actually moving towards a point of interest, or whatever strategy you're using. You want to plan ahead to keep ahead, right? So this is part of your planning ahead, part of your trading plan, where we're going to look at possible entries, possible targets, possible exits, and where we should put our stop losses for a couple of pairs. Okay. And you very well may have your own markups that you'd like us to look at. In that case, you just want to just ping us a little message before the markup so we can prepare. And we make the most of this time. So the markup session is normally about half an hour, 40 minutes. We try to keep it as short as possible so that those actually watching the recording can get value out of it quickly and put these things into action. So thanks for joining us. And I'm going to hand you over to Zane, and he's going to rip you through these charts. Got Mr. Me on here as well too, and I know Joseph may actually be coming in a little bit later. But yeah, Zane, it's all yours, buddy.
Absolutely right. Thank you very much, Nos. Okay, so a quick shout out to everyone on the call. Thank you very much for coming on, spending some of your Sunday time going over some of these charts. Okay, so me and Nos, Mr. Me, Joseph. There's a lot of work goes into these Zoom calls, guys. So we've been doing it for quite a few months now. We can see the benefit to people doing it. I get it in my inbox all the time. People message me saying, these markups are great. People sending me markups, me giving feedback, and, vice versa. And it works really well. Okay, so I've seen the same people going onto these calls, and I also see how them same people over the last couple of months are taking something positive from these calls. Okay, which is what essentially when I approached Nos about this a couple of months ago was what I wanted. People to kind of take something from these calls, use them that week, and essentially learn from them. Okay. Now, Nos did hit upon how these last few weeks have been a bit hit and miss. I think that's how it's been. I think a lot of people I've spoken to, a lot of traders, have felt the last 2 weeks or so have been quite, not slow, but in a sense, not what they expected. A lot of fundamentals have affected the markets over the last couple of weeks, especially the week just gone. We've got some, Brexit news coming this week as well, which could again shift the markets as well. So these things happen, guys. This is part and parcel of being involved in Forex, being involved in trading. You're going to have your weeks, you're going to have your days where you're not essentially performing. Don't let that get you down, okay? Because that's, like I said, part and parcel of the whole game, all right? Nos also did touch on our Instagram. Now, I know I've been banging on about this Instagram all week. You guys are probably bored of me banging on about it, saying, Zain, shut up now. But listen, this Instagram, guys, is somewhere for you guys to literally see our markups in one place, okay? So I know I send the markups on after the call on the Pit Bandits chat, and I get shared about, and that's all good. But I think the Instagram is a great place for you guys to say, right, that markup that Zain did, or Mr. Me did, or Joseph did, let me have a quick look at it. And it's all collated. It's all in quite a structured layout on Instagram, okay? And again, we just want to kind of build up our family as well. You know, there's the things we've done over the last couple of months, especially with the Pip Room, has been quite special, right? So it needs to be shared. That's what Instagram's about. So make sure you follow at the Pip Room, okay? Like it. Look at the post. We have daily posts, the daily signal and story as well comes out. And yeah, guys, we've just started it over the last week. So be patient, and over the next couple of weeks, you'll see how it will all grow, and how you'll see the benefits of it as well. Okay. So I'll go ahead and get started. I know Nosted, Joseph, I think, has got to pick up, a family member or something. So he might not be able to make the call, but that's not a problem. All right. So we'll get into these charts now. Okay. Okay. So look. Spare me a quick sec. Okay, brilliant. So you all can see my screen, right? Yeah. Okay, brilliant. So we're going to look at 3 pairs today. Okay, these are the 3 pairs that I'll be watching quite closely this week, especially. All right. And also, guys, I do ask you, please put yourselves on mute as well. Okay, that would be great. So we've got GA here, Great British Pound, AUD, the Aussie dollar. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break it down for you and go to the monthly. Okay, we're going to go to the monthly. And as you can see, we're in this downtrend. I'll get rid of this fib level as well. So as you can see, we're in this downtrend. Essentially have been since, this market started years and years ago, okay? But you can see how we've got one touch on this trend line here, back a bit, a touch here, and essentially we could see something developing here, okay? So if I go and break it down a bit more and go to the weekly, and obviously we've got kind of this slight incline here as well, okay? A slight incline here as well, creating a support trend line, okay? Brilliant. So let's go to the weekly. So on the weekly, as you can see it a bit more, this support trend line being developed. Okay, so the market structure is what it seems. And we'll go down to the daily where you can see this new trend developing. Okay, brilliant. So I want to pay attention to where we are at the moment here, guys. Okay, where we are at the moment here. So as you can see, we're on this uptrend. Okay, within this market structure, you can see how prices touch this trend line, support trend line a few times, respected it, gone up, gone down, gone up, gone down. And essentially, once it hit this level here, okay, which is just above that monthly support line, it essentially created, in a sense, a new support line, okay, a new trend. We can see it's kind of bounced off this, gone up, gone up, gone up. And we can see how there's been a couple of trends, being developed during that time. You can kind of see how trends have been developed here. Trends have been broken up, retested almost, and gone down. And now we're in a position where we have this kind of steep incline. Okay, been in a steep incline since the end of last year, I think so. Yeah, end of last year, November time. And we're in quite a significant position. If I go to the 4-hour, you can see how this has been respected numerous times, even last weekend it's been respected, okay? Now, you can see here, this kind of formation developing. We kind of have a resistance trend developing. We've got 1, 2. Now, I want to see this price rise to this level here, okay? As you can see, this is actually a pretty decent area of resistance. I can actually draw that on. Yeah, there we go. You can see this is a pretty decent area of resistance around here. Okay, price has gone up, respected it, gone up, respected it, gone up, respected it. Consolidated a bit and broke below. And when it's broken below, it's respected that support trend line on the daily. Okay, so essentially we're in a position now. If I kind of break it down, go to the fib level, we kind of could see this going up to make a full retracement, or to around this level here where the resistance trend is. Okay, as you can see, we're currently halfway between the 618 and 786 level. So hopefully I want to see this rise. Once this rises and starts to fall off, we could see essentially a sort of cup and handle forming. Okay, cup and handle forming going down. That's what I want to see. The structure for that is quite good. Okay, in regards to the decline and the incline. So hopefully we can see this rise to this support resistance level right here, guys. Okay, if we go to the hourly, we can probably see it a bit more. Yeah, so you can see here how prices fluctuate around this region quite a lot. So hopefully we can see something developing where the price kind of goes up to this level here and starts to fall off. So I kind of go to the fibs again. You can see halfway between that 618 and 786 level, we see the rise, potentially a retest. Okay, and if we're looking at pips in this region here, so around there, we're looking at around 40 pips. Okay, before a potential pullback. So my first take profit probably will be around that 786 level. And the second take profit just above there, and the stop loss maybe just above the 618 level. Okay, so that's GA, guys. And obviously I'll break it down more specifically later on in the Pip Bandits chat. Okay, so now we're on to UCAD. Okay, UCAD again. I'll just quickly get rid of this fib level. Right, bro. So again, we'll go to the monthly. We'll see what's been happening overall. Okay, we'll look at key levels. Now, guys, normally I don't really do, I do obviously look at the monthly, but normally, guys, I don't really share when I'm doing my markups. I don't really say I'm looking at the monthly. I normally go from the weekly, but I'm always going on about key levels and trend lines and retests and stuff. And you can see, your strategy will always work better on the higher time frames. Obviously, depending on what strategy you use, but the more confirmations you have in a higher time frame, the more confirmation it is your trade probably go your way. Okay, but the reason why I wanted to show you the monthly is because I want to show you how certain. Sorry, there's like. There we go, brilliant. Sorry. So you can see how certain levels have been respected. For example, we've got a downtrend here. We've got a couple of touches at the top, a touch here. It's kind of broken above, and essentially formed in correlation with one of the previous highs a long time ago. But you can see this trend here exactly. We've got a couple of touches here, a touch or so here, a touch. Okay, so that's the monthly. And again, we're on an incline right now, on an uptrend. If I go to the weekly, you can see that a bit better. So quite similar to GA, we kind of have this incline happening here. It's not as steep as GA's. So we're in this position now where price is currently going up. Okay, and similar to GA, we can see how we have another support trend within the overall support. Okay, so I'll repeat that. As you can see, we've got the overall uptrend support trend line here on the weekly, and on the daily, you can see how another support has broken off. Okay, and respected it multiple times. Okay, so we're in a position now where prices are getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Okay, to this region here, which again I will show you. You can see that's the monthly. Okay, one of the monthly trends, one of the monthly resistance trend lines. Okay, where it's been respected multiple times. And you can see we're in a position now. Now, if I kind of draw a fib retracement tool and look at key levels. So guys, you want to go from potential pullbacks to trend reversals. This is where price has gone up and then gone down. So this is my previous swing low to swing high. Okay, you can see how price has gone up, then made a full retrace. Well, that is a full retracement. Broken down, sold off. Hit that golden ratio of mine, 618. Okay, and boom, rocketed it up. Okay, you can see in the hourly how that's literally been respected. That 618 level. Okay, and price is currently making its way up right now. Okay, so hopefully we can see this make a full retracement. Okay, make a full retracement before any potential move down. Okay, but again, guys, like I said, trends are always developing within trends. Okay, always developing within trends. So you can potentially even see, so I'm going to mark out this region here. Just so it's clear. You can see how new trends are always developing. Okay, so for example, from here to here. Okay, see how that could potentially be developed. So these trends are always developing, especially in the lower time frame. You'll see loads of them, but they're good indicators, guys, for your take profits and stop losses, just to see where price will go, or price potentially can be a stop loss for you as well. So if price is to go to this region here, I'm expecting it to kind of touch that region as a resistance area, go down before they move up. Okay, so that's UCAD, guys, and that is that. Okay, cool. Right, last one, EuroCAD. Okay, so again, I'll get rid of this fib retracement and we'll start from the monthly again. And you can see how this works, guys. This is actually quite a beautiful example. This is actually from a really good example. You can see how price has a resistance trend, 1, 2, 3 touches, and also a support trend as well. Okay, and you can see how beautiful these touches are. Literally make the actual trend line itself. Okay, so that's the monthly. As you can see, we're going on a downtrend. We can't discard this uptrend happening as well. So we'll break it down. Let's go to the weekly. Right, so you can see prices. This is actually a pretty good support trend line. You can see a price respected once, twice, 3 times. Okay, didn't essentially, or hasn't as of yet. Okay, gone back to that support trend. Okay, let's go to the daily. So as you can see, when price hit the monthly resistance trend line. Okay, you can see what price did. Literally went down, went up. Okay, essentially formed this new downtrend here. Now we're in a position where if I go to the 4-hour, part of that downtrend, okay, is a slight uptrend as well. So we've got this downtrend from the monthly. So I'm going to repeat myself to make sure you guys get it. So we've got this downtrend here where price has touched, peaked. Okay, this is the monthly. Right, guys, monthly resistance trend. Price has touched it, gone down, sold off. How many pips do we go for? A lot of pips, you know, a lot of pips. So price has gone down, okay, and you can see on the lower time frames, like I said, you're always going to see trends developing. You're always going to see market structure changing. And you can see how price hit this level here, which is actually a decent area of support around this region, shut up, and essentially touched that trend here, okay? So now this is the daily, right? The daily resistance trend, okay? And we can see price at the moment is currently making its way up, okay? Making its way up. And we can see where hopefully we can see on the hourly a bit better, price is also in a very good area of support of this trend line and also this trend here. Okay, so guys, I want this price to move up to this region here. As you can see, this is a pretty good area of resistance. This right here. Okay, actually, let me use my ray. Just around this region here, guys, you can see how you know how resistance levels within the market structure works quite well. Okay, and if I kind of show you again, swing low, swing high, you can see how price is currently at this 2, 3, 6 region. And you can see how some resistance was shown. So it peaks quite a few times, didn't really break it. So we're in a pretty significant level right now where price can do either, either buy or sell. It's quite a significant area. Okay. So if it is to break above, you want to see the retest on the outside and going for your buy to that region there. Okay. You can see this resistance zone here. And if a red candle starts to form on the hourly or 4 hourly, and obviously I'll give updates on the Pit Bandits chat as I always do. They want to see it sell off. Now, if it does sell off, ideally, we could see this go down to this region here. Well, my first take profit will probably be this trend here. Okay, 20, 30 pips. That would be the first take profit. And then again, once it breaks, you're going to see the retest and for it to go down to this region here. That's if it sells. So Eurocad's in quite a cool place. I like this kind of positions. I like when price is at a fib level and it's peak there, or it's not peak then. It's sitting at support level. That for me is a good indicator of price doing one or two things. So I'm always keeping my eye out for those kind of movements. Okay, so that's Eurocad. That's literally the 3 pairs I'll be looking at. I know I went into quite a bit of detail there. But essentially the main reason why I wanted to go into that amount of detail, because I get a lot of messages from you guys saying about, it's hit a key level of support or resistance, or it's hit this trend line. Do I go for the buy now or do I go for the sell now? So it's important you know when to go in for your sells and when to go for your buys. When you want to see the retests, I always want to see the retest, okay? That confirms for me that the trade will go in my direction, whether it's a retest on the outside of the trend line going for a buy, or a retest of the inside going for a sell. So it all depends on your strategy and of course how you trade. But for me, trend lines is a pivotal, absolutely pivotal, part of my trading. Okay, and you can see also, guys, how trend lines work here. You can see how there's been multiple touches. And when touches happen on a trend, especially in a higher time frames, you can see how price, significantly drops. Okay, significantly drops. And we're, like I said, in a very nice position with Eurocad, where we could see a potential breakout in the coming weeks. Okay, which would be quite a beautiful thing. And obviously, we'll keep an eye out for Eurocad over the next couple of weeks. So a lot of the markups you'll see will involve Eurocad. Okay, so that's it. GA, USD CAD, and again Eurocad. Again, I will post these in the Pit Bandits chat as always, and that's really it. I'm not too sure if Joe's just on the call, guys. If he's got anything to add, Nos, are you there? Is he on the call or is he on the call? Let's have a look.
Right. Okay. So Joseph isn't.
No, he's not. Is he? Okay.
But thanks for that. That's super.
No worries.
You guys got any questions on that at all, or anything that you've seen there? Now's the time to ask. You could either post it in the chat or you can just unmute yourself if you've got any questions about it.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so just think about that. Yeah, so most people say it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty clear. Greg was pointing towards that incline channel on GA, which is, that's clear. What I wanted to do is I just want to grab that screen from you now.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just show you something here, because as well as part of your trading plan is obviously to see to see the you got to be looking out for news, right? So the fundamentals, as Zane just pointed out there, is that right now there isn't tabled anything for GBP, but as you know, the 29th is a key date for the UK in terms of leaving Brexit, right? No agreement hasn't been made. What does that mean? So I know there's some Brexiteers in the Pit Bandits group, and we're always talking about the implications. And to be honest, maybe the implications and the effects of Brexit will be lasting for many years to come, and not just for these particular votes that are coming up. So what Theresa May is trying to do is trying to get, more rally behind her proposal, or her amended proposal, so that the votes will go through. But Parliament hasn't voted on it yet and hasn't agreed her proposal. and it's just tennis at the moment, and we're not even at Wimbledon yet, but it's just just feels like tennis. But yesterday, 1 million people actually descended on Parliament, and Zayn, I'm not sure how close you are to Parliament, but I'm sure down there was just pure chaos with 1 million people descending on Parliament. Shows, they're marching with their feet, and what they want is they want another vote on Brexit. This video is kind of good. If you want to watch it, I could play it for you if you want to just spend 2 minutes. But it really is key if you're going to be trading GBP pairs. And in fact, I won't play it, but I'll put the link in there. You can go and watch it in your own time. But it's really just key. But look out for the news. There doesn't seem to be a lot of news this week, guys, for some reason. And normally they there's agenda, but Wednesday and Thursday is the only days for news. That means that this week is a beautiful week to trade, because you're not going to be sidestabbed by a news event, which you would have been aware of, but which can affect your trade tremendously, as it did for some of our trades last week. Actually, last week Wednesday wasn't the best day for me, actually, because I got spun around in back-to-back news events. Right. But saying that, this week looks pretty clear. If this was a weather forecast, it's fair to partly cloudy with a few scattered showers. That's what I would say it is, right? So it's going to be a good week, but keep a note of your news. I use fxstreet.com, the economic calendar there, to look out, and I just filter my results by high impact news only. But you might use investing.com, whatever you use, just filter by the high impact news, because those are the ones. This rate decision on Wednesday, that's going to move the market for sure. This 1 o'clock NZD news, I would expect that to move the markets. The others, Draghi speech, not always, but just watch out. And the GDP annualized Q4, I'm not so familiar with this one. CPI for Tokyo as well will move it, but not this one. So yeah, those are the ones to look out for. I'll post that also in the Pit Bandits. I've been doing that recently, and you guys absolutely love it and find it useful. That's it really from us. I mean, we're just about the half an hour point. If nobody else has any other questions, just leave a few minutes. You can undo your mic if you want to say something. Mr. Me, you there? You want to add anything, Daniel? Nobody?
Pretty much nothing to add. Solid session.
Okay. That's cool. Okay, so the markups are going to be on Instagram. If you're not on Instagram, they are posted in the Pit Bandits. And another reason why we decided to post them to Instagram as well is, as Zayn said, they're all in one place. You can just go there, and it's not lost in the chat. Sometimes in the Pit Bandits, you have to go searching for these, scroll through. Like, not as much chat as in the past, but at least, if it does get active, that information could be lost. So we wanted to put it someplace where you can access it. So, if you don't have gray hair and you still use some of these tools that your kids might be using, then jump on Instagram. We're not putting it on Snapchat yet, but jump on Instagram, get yourself an account, and just, follow us there for all your updates. All right. Okay, that's it. Thanks a lot. Zayn, listen, let's have a good week again this week, man.
Absolutely. It's gonna be a big week, guys. Big week.
All right. Take care, guys. See you at the Pit Bank. Stop this recording.